Bambini time.
Division Officer Prince Billy Anaglatse. I work with fire service. Please come. You didn't hear the name? Divisional Officer 1, Prince Billy Anaglatse. Firefighters as first aiders. Anybody who is injured, we try to promote recovery or prevent further injury. And other thing that I also know you don't know is that when there is an accident, when cars collide, people are trapped in it. It is the work of fire service to go and ensure that the people are taken out of the vehicle safely. Why? Because many of the people that died out of accidents, it is not the impact, but the unprofessional handling of the people around that caused the people to die. Are you listening? Yes. So when a car knocks somebody, it is not for you quickly to go and bangle the person into a waiting taxi. For all you know, the person might be having a spine injury. So you go and bangle the person, and there is additional expansion in the spine. That can make the difference between permanent paralysis or even death. Fire is said to be a good servant, but what? Bad master. Yes, because fire is there to help us cook our food, help us to do anything that we need to use fire for. So it's a servant. But when you allow fire to become a master, it means that it can destroy your property. Because for any fire to occur, you need three things to come together. You need combustible material, that is anything that can burn, to be available. You need heat, and you need oxygen. Now, we also have the flammable substances that can also burn. So I'm saying that for any fire to occur, you need a combustible material. And there should be what? Sources of what? Heat. Sources of heat. The sun rays can give you heat that can cause fire. Some of the bush fires that we have, it is out of the sun rays. If there is a broken bottle in a bush and the sun rays radiate the heat on it, it easily causes what? Fire. So if you want to prevent bush fires, one of the best ways to do is to ensure that you do not wrongly dispose of broken bottles in the bush. Are you getting me? Because even there are some of you or your parents, they go to the kitchen. They want to light gas. Many of you don't know how to light the cooker. You will go and turn on the knob before you even look for the matches. By the time you get the matches, you take the matches, you strike it. It does not even come. The second one does not come. By the time the third one will come, you are already standing in the pool of the gas. So you will be the first to be roasted before whatever you want to cook, you cook. So if you want to light your cooker, what you should do is to ensure that you strike the matches, send it to the burner before you turn on the knob. Do you understand me? Yes. Strike the matches, send it towards the burner before what? You turn on the knob. When you finish cooking, don't turn it off on the cooker. Are you listening? Yes. You have finished using the cooker. Don't turn it off on the cooker. Go to where the cylinder is. Go and turn it off on the cylinder. Then you realize that the residue in the hose will burn off. Then the fire will go off before you turn it off on the cooker. When you turn it off on the cooker, you have trapped a certain amount of gas in the hose. Somebody might be doing only cleaning, accidentally might turn the knob. That if there is any source of what? Heat, that could also cause fire. The other thing that also causes fire is, these days, you see people painting their gas cylinders. They either spray it or they paint it when they see rusting on it. We have forgotten that the volume of a rust you have seen outside it is 3 times inside. And the walls of the inside will be falling in. So if you are beautifying the outside, the inside is reducing, the intensity of the cylinder to withstand the pressure for which it is manufactured is reducing. So my advice to people is that if you want to spray or paint your cylinder, then make sure you paint the inside first or spray the inside first before you spray the outside. But if it is not possible for you to paint or spray the inside, then don't do what? Don't spray it. Because if you are spraying it is looking good, you are only carrying a timing bulb to your home. So this is a cylinder. If they realize it's rusting, that is why they begin to paint it. But gas cylinders, when you buy it new and you use it for 5 years, you need to send it for pressure tests. But if you are not able to send it for pressure tests, you use it for 10 years, you need to dispose of it and get a new one. Every fuel gas cylinder is supposed to be standing upright. So if you have more than one gas cylinder and you have filled the rest, you're going to put it under your bed this way. Because it has an expansion rate of 250, there will be pressure on the valve, because this is where the valve is. And the valve is only being held in position by a rubber seal. So if the pressure on it continues to be exerted on it, the tendency of it exploding is very high. So every fuel gas cylinder is supposed to be what? Standing upright. So it is wrong for you to carry a cylinder to a filling station, you fill it, then you carry it to a waiting taxi and go and put it in a taxi this way. As the car is moving, it's pushing. It's a liquid inside. Expansion will take place. It can blow off. But you see people, they carry cylinders on their head this way. Even if they fill it, they carry it. What they are doing is that they are only carrying bomb on their head. So gas situations are very dangerous. When there is a gas leakage in your room without even fire, it's still dangerous because it is 1.5 times heavier than air. It can travel from your kitchen to your bedroom, wherever you are, and then you will inhale it. Inhalation of gas, you can suffer from asphyxiation, which is lack of oxygenated blood to the brain. That can lead to what? Death. So when we are using gas, we need to have periodic check on the gas. The way we do periodic check is to have soap solution of water. Are you listening? You will go and teach your parents. So that is what I'm telling you all this. You should be monitoring the activities of your parents. You need to have soap solution of water. Then periodically, you remove the regulator and you pour the soap solution of water here. If the valve is leaking, it will bubble for you to know that the valve is leaking, so there could be leakage in your kitchen. Then you connect your regulator. You turn off the knob on the cooker. All the knobs on the cooker should be off. Then the regulator on the cylinder, you turn it on. Then you can use your hand, you can use a sponge, you can use anything to fetch the soap solution of water, run it along the hose from the cylinder to the cooker. If any portion of it is leaking, it will bubble for you to know. Then you have to do what? You change the hose. But if the tip of the hose is where the leakage is, don't cut it and rejoin. What do? You have to change the whole set of hose. In our home, most of you, the children, you overload your sockets. the circuit points. You plug so many things on it, overloading of it causes what? Fire. So you don't overload your circuit points by plugging your other gadgets together on it. Another thing that also causes fire is the failure to turn off all electrical gadgets that are not supposed to be on. Then we will leave the house. If you don't, are you listening? If you don't turn off all your electrical gadgets in the house and you've gone home, they continue to work for long. Current is passing through the system. And current passing through a system will generate what? Heat that results to light. So the more the current is passing through the system, it could be your fan. Your fan continues to work. It can easily do what? Cause fire because it has continued to generate heat within it that can easily cause what? Fire. So anytime you are leaving your home, you are leaving your school, and you know that those lighting systems that are not supposed to be on are supposed to be what? Turn off. You turn them off. So now we'll use extinguishers. This extinguisher you have here is called carbon dioxide extinguisher. And this one is a dry chemical powder extinguisher. In reality, we have 5 different extinguishers. 5 different extinguishers because all fires are not the same. If we use the wrong extinguisher for the wrong fire, you either injure yourself or kill yourself or kill somebody or spread the fire. Carbon dioxide extinguisher is the only one that has what we call the horn on it. This is a dry chemical powder. But before you use an extinguisher, you should be able to know the acronym, the mechanism and the process that you should pass through in using it. It's called PASS. P-A-S-S. The P is what? You pull the pin. This is a safety pin. Are you listening? This is a safety pin. So you pull the safety pin. If you want to fight fire, the first thing you should do is what? Pull the safety pin. The A is what? You aim at the seat of the fire. When there is fire burning, you don't go and be fighting the flame. It will not go off. You do what? You aim at the seat of the fire, the root of the fire, the actual thing that is burning. And the first S is what? It is to squeeze. You squeeze. So this one is a trigger. The top one is a trigger. So you squeeze the trigger. The last S is what? Because when you squeeze and then the contact is coming, you have to spray it on top of the fire. And the contact will go in to cover the burning process. And it will cut off what? Because we have just said it here that the oxygen supports the burning process. Is that it? So when you are able to use the extinguisher to spray it, it goes to prevent the oxygen from entering into the fire, and the fire will do what? Will go off. So let's see. We will try and use water, this water, to quench it and see if we can quench it. You can see what is happening. If we continue to use it and the quantity of the water, the fuel is heavy, it will fill it, then it will begin to spread the fire. So you don't use it. That is why we are saying you can use an extinguisher to fight it. But apart from the extinguisher, you can also use the juice sack. That is why it is important that every kitchen, are you listening? Go and tell your parents, at least 2 juice sacks in your kitchen. That if your cooker is on fire, the best you should do, put it down, is to quickly put the juice sack in water. Just put it in water. Then you squeeze it. You squeeze it. Then you hold it this way. you watch the wind direction, then you go with it. You don't throw it, you just make sure you cover it. The reason why you have to dip the sack in water, as I'm holding this dry sack, can you see there are holes in it? If you dip it in water, it will expand. The holes will be what? Yes, will be closed, so oxygen cannot pass through. Are you understanding me? So oxygen cannot pass through. But if you use the dry one, oxygen will definitely have access, and the fire will continue to burn. Even with the extinguisher, you still have to watch the wind direction. So what is the first one? What is the acronym? What is the acronym? The acronym. First, the P is what? The A is what? And the first S is what? Okay, you can blow it from here and sweep. Go ahead. Okay, let's go. There are times that when you have fire in your home, please, this is very important. There are times that when you have fire in your home and your room is filled with smoke, probably where you are, the room where you are, the fire has not come there. But the only way you can get out is to pass through the smoke. You don't run through the smoke. If you run through the smoke, you won't get to the exit. You suffer from asphyxiation and you collapse. That can lead to death. What you should do is to get down on your belly. You crawl. Because there are 2 feet from the floor, there will be oxygen, and then you can see clear. The smoke will be suspending on the oxygen. So you don't run through. So if it is that you have the courage and the extinguisher, you want to go through to the smoke and go and fight it. Then you make sure you protect your respiratory organ before you go through the smoke. Thank you.
Okay, so it's still about firefighting. And I'm here with some kids that took our number 8, plenty number 8 away. So please mention your name and just introduce yourself to my Bambini kids, okay?
My name is Emia Rebiakwa. I am 8 years old. I am a very smart Bambini kid.
My name is Mimi Oforu. I'm 10 years old. I'm in class 5.
You took how many number 8?
6.
She took 6 Bambini number 8.
My name is Georgina Ansado. I am 8 years old. I am in class 3.
Please speak louder.
My name is Georgina Ansado. I am 8 years old. I am in class 3.
My name is Zela Elisklu. I am 7 years old. I am in class 3.
Did you take some of my number 8? Oh, you took some. Okay, so I have questions for you. You told me what SDG stand for. Well, you know there are some goals. They said some things. Number. How many do you have? The SDG. How many? 17 goals. Oh, okay. It's good you all know. So you tell me. You take one.
Please, I learned about gender equality.
Okay, what about gender equality?
It means we are all discrimination. We are all equal.
No discrimination, right? So what do you want to be in future?
I want to be a doctor.
Hey, doctor, nice. So about the firefighting thing, what have you learned today?
I learned about fire.
Okay, Gina learned about fire. What about fire?
Fire are dangerous.
It's dangerous. Okay. Okay, so say bye-bye to my Bambini kids watching you.
Bambini.
V8 na bema no way. Akra woko awade ne wakofa na begina na se ne ba no.
Sweetheart. So kasi be meet you father. Na mukache yakwa akofa na betena ye.
Wo papa, hwe V8 na gina ho no. We ready?
Opesika na ushia me asan.
Abrante e na eba no. Range Rover baako, laptops miensa, iPhone 10. Beba to wenim na oba ye na wo sere.
For behavior.
Master's degree and Ponting 18.
I don't know supply my ankana.
6. Mihia website. 7. Onkura brim picture. 8. Mihia surprise. Menum.
Aya wo demira.
Saute.
Number 8. You do all. Lista Saudi Mamina. Ni Rafi. Number 8. Perfect supplies.
Number 8. Achomofufra bedwamaswa say.
Also, chill.
FDA, Ashwesa, a Jordan crack to him, Adia to Musa a year.
Hooray! The biggest kids fanfare is about to hit Accra on the 6th of December 2019. It's the Bambini Family Fun Day Out. So mommies, daddies, uncles and aunties, come along with the whole family to the children's park for this year's Bambini Family Fun Day Out. For more information, you can contact us on 055-821-8548 or 023-878-6772. Bambini time, yay!
Hello, lovely viewers, my Bambini kids, my Bambini teachers as well. Yes, I know you are watching. I hope you have your pens and your papers ready to learn something. Okay, right. This is Auntie Ama again, back on your screen, coming to see how we can teach something for you to do in your schools, for your learning to be very practical, like I always say. Today we have another topic, telling the time. I used a paper plate to do my clock. So I've already cut my numbers, that is the time, already cut them here. Your time, so you know what time you want to, you can do anything depending on what you are teaching. So we have our pin, our push pin, it's called, and then make sure it's in the center. Alright, it's in the center, then we can stick better. So we have our clock. Alright, so let's see if you can tell the time here. Okay, so let's see, let's move it. Alright. Our hand is on the 12, Amin's hand on the 3. Yes, I'm listening. What time is it? Okay, 3, right? Thank you for today. The name is Auntie Ama, right? And then I belong to the teaching or the strategic teaching and learning consultancy, all right? And I believe we need to make learning and teaching very practical. All right, so my contact is 0246 284125, and then the WhatsApp, okay, 0578 068 966. You can contact me on that, and then I'll come running. Our teachers, our proprietresses, school owners, anyone that needs to get some practical teaching, I'll be coming whenever you call. I'll be there in a flash. Right, so don't forget to watch Bambini show. Right, so Bambini, we all say
Bambini time.
Bambini Show is proudly brought to you by
Number